Hey everyone, welcome to Seen It Before, and we got a new segment we're doing today, right, Danny? It's
Yes.
gonna be called Duel of the Debates. A little take on Duel of the Fates because we're big Star Wars nerds, you know.
Yep. And we want to debate the nerd shit.
Yeah,
so.
we're debating, and so the way this is going to work before we get into the actual debate is we're going to start with 2 minutes of opening arguments on the topic that I'm not going to say right now. Then we're going to do 1.5 minutes rebuttals, and then closing arguments are open-ended. We're going to go until basically our God, if she wants to talk.
I mean, I suppose I could.
Yes, see,
Yes,
God
Seth-
is a woman.
Damn right she do be.
Seth, my girlfriend, is going to be the moderator for this time around.
That
so.
bitch is back.
That bitch is
That
back.
bitch is in the house. Long time no see.
You won't see her, though. She refuses to be
Yeah.
on camera.
Long time forever no see.
But yes, closing arguments are open-ended. Now, let's bring in our guest today. We got Danny and Seps.
One
and
single clap.
I've met you once, Miguel, but they've known you for a while.
Yeah.
We're good buds.
We're good buds after
Yeah,
once.
we were on the Rogue One Star Wars episode, or the New Hope episode.
The
where we all got
the
drunk.
mishmash.
Well, yeah, it was a mismatch, but Rogue One was the main.
Yeah,
wasn't
that
there.
was the main. We started talking. We went on like an hour and a half on that one.
Yeah.
It's a little bit slosh.
Yeah,
but-
first time on our set here.
yeah, this is a nice set. Not
It's
gonna lie.
a really nice
Thank
set.
you. I
Yeah,
appreciate it. I put a lot of work.
I believe it.
You did. Mainly it was all you.
I
But, like,
I hung up this, but you helped me build
I
the
helped
chairs and
design
stuff.
it. I helped
You
design
helped design it. Yeah, there you
And
go.
the thousand things the audience can't see.
Yeah,
Exactly. Anyway, off of that topic, the debate topic we have today is a very classic one, I'd say.
yeah,
Who is the best live-action Spider-Man?
yeah.
Yeah. So,
Obvious answer.
Miguel, who did you choose for this?
Well, it's OG Tobey Maguire.
OG Tobey Maguire.
How could it not be OG Tobey Maguire without Tobey Maguire? Where
Okay.
would you guys be? Would you guys be?
Oh, he's already arguing. Look at that.
I got
Oh,
Tom.
well.
I got Tom Holland.
All right, yeah.
I got
go.
Tom.
You got Tom?
I got Tom.
Yeah, I got Andrew.
Peter 3.
Peter 3, but he's I think I have some good points that will make him come out on top to God. So
Yes, God is our moderator / she will
Good luck
decide.
convincing God.
Good luck convincing God.
just saying tonight, if you don't agree with me, I'm going to be mad at you all night.
You would anyway.
All right, let's get into this debate right now. Well, we're a little feisty over here. So, Sep, you're going to set a timer for 2 minutes for opening arguments for Miguel because we're going to make him go first.
Oh, we are.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right,
Here we go.
Toby.
All right.
You
well,
ready?
Of course I'm ready. I was
3,
born ready.
2, 1.
Alrighty. Well, Tobey Maguire is the OG. You two wouldn't be sitting here. This idea would not have happened without Tobey Maguire. Where would we be right now? Not here. We wouldn't be arguing this. Anyways, he is also the most natural Spider-Man of them all. As we've all most likely seen No Way Home. His web shooters are built in. You know what I'm saying? So
How do you do that?
exactly. We don't answer that question probably, but that's okay. So naturally, he's the most gifted. He can stop a train with his webs, where apparently in the movies of Andrew and Toby, and not Toby, good job, and Tom, they break rather more easily, although I will admit Tom did have a semi kind of a scene where he used his amazing webs, but still, they're not natural. So he is the most strongest one, I would say. No extra suits to help him, like Tom. Tom is just... How are you given an Iron Man suit and still almost fail sometimes? Come on. Come on. Anyways, Toby's also the wiser of them all. He wouldn't have been able to teach Tom his lesson about not, well, there's some spoilers. I don't know if we're doing spoilers.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
go for it.
Gotcha. Well, he would have probably killed the Green Goblin as well, but without Toby's wise words, that would not have occurred. Toby, I think, is the reason why Tom calmed down in No Way Home to begin with. Tom would have been able to keep his virtuous identity that he has without Tobey Maguire.
Miguel, you have 30 seconds left.
30 seconds. I'm not halfway there. All right. He's the most realistic, most relatable out of all of us. He doesn't have any extra things. He doesn't stalk women.
What?
That's a good 5 seconds at that point.
He's also, he has the best banter with the fewest words. And I think that is undebatable in my mind. But I'll let the next one go.
All right. All right. That's going to be me.
Why'd you look at me?
That was perfect. Just under 2 minutes.
You're
All
welcome.
right.
Thank you so much.
I don't think I'm going to need 2 minutes, but we'll see where it goes.
Dan, don't brag about that.
No, it's fine. I think we're good.
That joke went over his head.
No, I heard. No, I heard
There
you.
you
I chose
go.
to ignore it.
Are you ready?
God may be a woman, but
But God is a bitch.
That's a fucking asshole.
all right, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1.
All right, Tom Holland. He is the perfect balance of Peter Parker and Spider-Man because he's got the smarts, he's got the performance, and he's got a little bit of the look going down. He's got the teenage look going. What else?
It's not about the looks.
You know what? We're still. Hey, I barely talked for you. But yeah, he's got that perfect balance of millennial and Zoomer humor that we all enjoy, especially God. I know she enjoys that. Becoming Spider-Man in the third, from Spider-Boy in the first 2 movies and all the other MCU movies, whatever. But that transformation to becoming Spider-Man in No Way Home, so well done. Great villain. Great way to just introduce him becoming Spider-Man for the next trilogy. And he wants to do right by his mentor. Either, I know it's supposed to be Ben Parker and the other 2, but I like the Tony/Aunt May approach they did in this series because it just kind of, it felt a little different, and that's what we need. We need different because it didn't even show the origin of Spider-Man in this series, and I don't think we needed it because it's overdone. Let's see. Yeah, and the lessons he's learned are going to pay off
30
in this
seconds.
next series. I think it's great. I think Tom has so much going for him. Tobey's at the end of his line. Andrew, I think he still has some stuff coming up, but I'm excited for all of them. Honestly, I don't care. I just love all the Spider-Man. So let's
not argue, guys.
not argue. No, let's
Let's not
debate.
fight.
Let's debate.
Let's debate.
All right. That was good.
All right.
They both came in just under 2 minutes. I do not expect you to do the same, and I'm prepared to cut you off.
Okay.
Well, actually,
Just cut
you
him.
know
Just
how
cut him
long
hard.
he usually lasts.
Well, I'll just have more points. Wait, what'd you say? I didn't even hear you.
I did not hear
Now I'm
him.
insulted, and I don't even know what I was
I don't
insulted.
know. I didn't hear him either.
It wasn't an
Probably
insult.
wasn't an insult, to be honest with you.
Okay. Well,
You have to watch the episode.
yeah. When I'm editing it.
This is going to be cut out. No one's going to know. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1.
All right. Like you said, Tom Holland is the best balance of Spider-Man. I think Tobey's the best Peter Parker, but I think Andrew, and I've said it many times before, Andrew is the best Spider-Man. And the question is, who is the best Spider-Man? According to comic book fans, he's the best interpretation of Stan Lee / Steve Ditko's original version. And his mannerisms and overall demeanor match the closest to the comics. He's lanky. He's energetic. He's like, there's that one scene in Amazing Spider-Man 2 where he was trying to get Gwen out of danger. And his mannerisms, as they said, you could make it a silent movie and you would still understand what's happening. Andrew Garfield did the best physical acting in being Spider-Man. Even down to his suit in Amazing Spider-Man 2, it looks the most comic accurate out of all the suits. You don't have to be, like Miguel said, you don't have to have an Iron Man suit because it looks nothing like the comic books. But Andrew had a much easier time cracking wise and fighting while joking, and a lot of times in his movies. And Spider-Man at his core is a tragic character with Uncle Ben and Gwen Stacy specifically, and Andrew just puts all of that better than the other two. Like he's even in No Way Home, you have that monologue of him being like, I lost Gwen, and like that's who Spider-Man is as a character, and that's why he's the best Spider-Man.
Whose movie is that?
It's not Tom's movie.
Dan, it's not your turn.
It's not Tom's movie.
Sorry, I had to say it.
It's all three of their movie. We're celebrating Spider-Man. And the best Spider-Man that came out of No Way Home was Andrew Garfield. Everyone cheered for him. Everyone says that he stole
15
the show
seconds.
in that movie. Fans have been clamoring ever since for a proper finisher to Andrew's trilogy. And I think based on his performance in No Way Home, and I've always said his performance in his Spider-Man is the best Spider-Man out of, even in the depths of
Wrap
his
it up.
movies. So that's wrapping it up.
Beautiful. Cool. I didn't want to cut off your sentence, but you went,
Thank you.
you went a little bit over there.
That's fine.
I didn't even get through half my notes. I still
Wow,
got a
shocker.
lot.
Okay.
All right.
We got your points out.
All right.
We
Time
looping
for
back
rebuttals, everyone, right? Yeah.
Miguel, are you ready?
Oh yeah, I'm born ready.
What did we say? Minute?
Oh.
Minute and a half?
Minute and a half.
Okay.
If he starts going over, we got
Is that
cut
per,
off.
is that per other Spider-Man or is that just general?
And what are you asking?
So like, is that a minute and a half for both Andrew and Tom, or is it a minute and a half for both?
Yeah, both Andrew
Yes.
and Tom.
Oh, okay.
It's not even a minute and a half to address them. I think it's more so in a minute and a half to defend yourself.
Defend myself. I don't need to defend myself. I'm the winner here.
Okay.
All right, that's your answer. All right.
I like
cool,
the
hold on.
confidence.
No.
Oh, if you want to throw away your rebuttal, that's okay. I'm fine with that.
definitely
We
not.
can move on.
I think the best argument so far has been Danny's. His opening made a lot of sense. I can agree with some points. However,
Even better than your
if
argument?
we're gonna count, whoa, I didn't say that.
You said the best
we're gonna
argument. I'm just saying
Miguel,
what,
I haven't
repeating
even
what you
started
said.
timing you yet, so let me know. You're going on. I'm waiting for you to start talking about Toby.
Oops.
You just spent your time just
No,
praising me.
that's a freebie. This is fine. You ready?
Yeah, I'm born ready.
Now we're going. 3,
Awesome.
2, 1.
Okay. So I'm gonna spend most of my time on Danny's rebuttal here because I feel like his opening was probably one of the better ones here, even compared to mine. Anyways,
There you go.
But that doesn't necessarily mean, Toby's not better. But Andrew definitely has an argument here to be said. However, again, like I will say, without Toby's to compare to him, we wouldn't be having this conversation. There wouldn't be a good balance without Toby. And I've kind of already harped on that a bit. But if we're going to talk about Andrew's second movie, I mean, we have some major things to be talking about here. He's only had one good movie for him. Period. The second Amazing Spider-Man was not great for Andrew. And he wasn't able to save Gwen. Wasn't a good Spider-Man. Sure, you can make it up for it in No Way Home, I guess. That's not his girl. Andrew is also
30 seconds.
the weak. Oh, I have so much things to think
Not
of.
pausing.
Andrew stalks women on the rooftops. He stalked Gwen so many times in that first movie. It was unbearable.
Okay.
And I guess I'll end quickly on that. He was supposed to be different from Tobey. That was the whole point. That was the reason his character was made when they made those Spider-Mans, because they didn't want to make it an extension of Tobey. They wanted to make him his own Tobey. So Tobey was so powerful that they had to make Andrew different.
There you go. Good point to end on.
I didn't get the Tom, but that's okay.
Oh,
You don't need to. Don't worry.
Oof. Just didn't take that.
Well, since you didn't,
It's like, okay. Yeah.
since you didn't
I'm
get
just
to
gonna
get
I'm
to
just
Tom,
gonna shut him up a little.
Dan can get to Tom.
All right.
Are you ready?
I am ready.
3, 2, 1.
All right. First of all, I know you mentioned something about suits, Tom, and all the suits and everything. That's what Spider-Man is. He has a lot of suits. He has a lot of comics.
Not
That-
Iron Man. Not Iron Man.
No, Iron Spider was one little thing. We're
Oh, I
not
got
going
a
to get
good
into that.
one.
Calm,
I got
calm
a good
yourself.
one.
Let me just get off of that for a second. That's all I really had to say about Toby. Anyway, Andrew.
That's it.
Yeah, hold on.
Oh, I'm glad you guys both think I had the best
Keep your
argument.
mouth shut. It's not your turns.
So, Peter 3. Yes, you said he's the closest to Stan Lee and Steve Ditko, but their Spider-Man. I think Tom is. Come on, man. Like, he's got the humor. He's got the wit. He's got the nerdy scientist. He's the high school kid Spider-Man. He is the definitive high school Spider-Man. And he may have your villains from your movies. Didn't have the greatest villains. It's fine. But, yeah. Again, the lessons he's learning.
30
I think they're going to
seconds.
have some pretty cool things coming up for him. We had the best overall Spider-Man movie, even with you guys. And, yeah, I know he's supposed to be, on his own as a Spider-Man. He's not supposed to have anyone in his corner. But he did have somebody in his corner for this series. But it's all right, whatever. And he now doesn't, though, leading into this. That was a really weird way to get around to that sentence. It's fine.
And that's a really weird way to end your argument, but
Yeah.
here we are.
Yeah, that was
I
bad.
gave you a little bit of
I
extra
like
time.
bad.
her as the moderator.
Yeah. I lost my notes in the middle. I was like, oh shit. Oh, where am I?
I tried to give you a little extra time because they both
It's
were
okay.
talking for a while.
That's okay.
but-
Yeah, sorry.
okay.
I'm sorry.
That might be.
And Mr. I have too many notes and loves to talk too much.
All right.
Keep it on point. You ready?
I'll keep it on point. God.
3,
Jeez.
2, 1.
All right, so Dan, you mentioned something that Spider-Man is the suit, but I'm going to say a quote from one of Tom's movies. Iron Man says to Tom Holland, "You're nothing if you can't, or you're nothing if you're nothing without the suit. You can't have it at all."
Boom, roasted.
Oh, first of all, I'm
Dan, stop.
Miguel,
Yep.
you mentioned that Tobey has the better movies and that Andrew Garfield's movies sucked. It doesn't matter if the movies suck. Because it doesn't matter. Tobey was probably the worst part of his movies, but all of that belongs to Sam Raimi and the writer.
There's a minute of clips.
Miguel.
Andrew Garfield excelled out of his movies. He's the best Spider-Man. Even in his own movies, he is seen being the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. He walks a kid home. He saves him from getting bullied. He plays basketball with them. He saves a kid. He unmasks himself and talks him out of the car when he's like about to fall off the bridge. He's like, "Hey,
30 seconds.
put the mask on. It gives you courage." He's a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. And, and if we're talking about the suit, it's the most comic accurate. I mean, like, they got the eyes down. His physical acting, what else can I say? Even when he doesn't have an ally in Gwen, she tragically dies, unlike Tobey, who gets to live happily ever after with MJ. I can definitely see a mural of a statue of Andrew Spider-Man way more than Tobey or Andrew, who feel more disconnected from their communities.
One more. Hurry up.
Also, Andrew Garfield just seems to be the person having the most fun playing Spider-Man. His physical acting is unmatched when it comes to portraying Spider-Man.
Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, boys. So, where we stand now. Miguel, in one corner. Tobey started it all. Nobody would be here without Tobey.
OG.
Danny, in another corner. Comic accurate. The best Spider-Man, which is the question. And Dan, sweet little Dan in the middle, with Tom having the brightest future. Honestly, I came into this knowing who I was going to pick in my head.
Whoa.
You're not picking yet.
I know, but what I am saying is I am not sure right now because you guys are very prepared and I don't know where I'm at right now. So I came in very biased and you're doing a very good job at trying to convince me otherwise because right now everything's up for grabs. And I'm not going to time you guys. We'll leave it on the shot of E3, you guys.
It's the bloodbath part.
I don't want hands thrown. If you start cutting each other off, I'll throw a water bottle at you. But
It's a small window.
have fun.
And you can...
Nice.
Be polite.
What'd you do? Break the mic?
Jesus,
I may or may
Daniel.
not have hit it.
Somebody start.
I guess I'll start.
No,
course you will.
no, you shouldn't.
Oh, fine.
You extended. Miguel, you're a guest. Be our
Well,
guest.
if Andrew's movies were any good, they would have more than two.
It doesn't matter if the movie's good. It's the performance of Andrew Garfield, two-time Oscar nominated actor Andrew Garfield.
Okay, but
Whoa. That's not Spider-Man.
All right, Tom Holland. His acting, man. That acting in No Way Home. Dude, that's fucking...
Where's the Oscar
God
nom?
tier. Oscars haven't happened yet.
The
shit,
movie
it was
came out last year. Not even a whimper.
Yeah, well, they don't like Marvel, so... Who cares about the Oscars? They suck.
When the audience saw the Spider-Man show up on No Way Home, who did they cheer for the most?
Andrew.
Not in my theaters.
I think it was
Definitely
Daredevil.
I
think it
cheered-
was Daredevil.
I'll admit,
It was
I cheered the
fucking
most.
Daredevil, guys.
Daredevil was sick.
That's it. Dan wins right there.
He was the first
Daredevil's
one.
the best Spider-Man.
The second time I went to see that, it was kind of a sidetrack. But there was one guy who went, woo! And, and it was on a Friday night.
Wow.
The Friday opening night. So nobody cared after Thursday.
It's interesting. I actually didn't expect that. I didn't think.
I got some cheers a week later.
Well, no, you're lucky then, because fucking one guy.
Anyway, I want to just say, Tobey does capture the awkwardness of Peter pretty well. Sorry, Tobey.
Peter.
You're over here. Toby's over here.
That's what I'm about to say.
Peter.
But Tom, with the MIT woman in No Way Home, he's a little awkward there, unprepared, kind of like I am. But it's fine. And then Tom with Liz in Homecoming, he's fucking awkward with her too, because like girl crush.
I think they're all kind of awkward. To be
Yeah, they're
honest
all
with you.
definitely awkward.
That one's a
Andrew's the
little bit
least
tough
awkward.
to-
He's the coolest Spider-Man.
Coolest
Shouldn't be
Peter.
Yeah, which shouldn't be a thing because
Stop with your
Peter's not a cool kid.
technicalities.
Peter is not a cool kid.
No, actually, in the comic books,
Not
the
really,
original
man.
Peter's actually kind of an asshole.
But he's not cool.
He's supposed to be an asshole, and specifically in Amazing Spider-Man 1, he's an asshole to Flash. He embarrasses the shit out of him. He breaks a basketball hoop, and then he like fucking runs out of school. Everyone hates him.
That's actually one of the things I read online a lot. Was like the comics, he was very cocky, more like Andrew. So I get that argument quite a bit. I don't personally like that though. in my opinion.
He also looked too old.
Your personal preferences are very
way too old
valid.
to be a teenager. Thank you. First of all,
Wait, what?
way too old to be a teenager.
Look at fucking Toby. He was like 35 when he was cast as a 17-year-old.
He was supposed to be a college student.
Both your arguments.
I think he's best fit as a college student, not a high
Well,
school.
For sure.
The majority, as Patrick says, the majority of Spider-Man comic books are ones that take place outside of high school when he's an adult.
Yeah, this took some liberties, and hell, it fucking worked.
You even said he's not Spider-Man until the end of No Way Home. We've all agreed on that.
Spider-Boy.
3 movies.
He's Spider-Boy.
He's Iron Man Jr.
He's Spider-Boy.
He's not even Spider-Man.
Got the powers now.
So he's not even Spider-Man until the end of No Way Home after they have to kind of dick around for what, six movies of him just being sort of like, I might be the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Doesn't really save anybody in the neighborhood. You know, what else can I say?
This has been 2 minutes of Danny talking. Dan, do you have something to say?
I'm looking over my notes. He can keep going.
Miguel, why don't you take a turn? He's been talking a lot.
Well, I think this debate has turned into a more of a Andrew versus Tobey thing, and I think that makes a lot of sense considering Tobey came first, set the boundary.
Just because you're first doesn't mean you're the best.
Listen, that wasn't what I was going
He's
to.
got
I've
that-
made that very clear at this point, but I think it's Andrew was everything Tobey couldn't be so far. That was what their goal was, to make him different, make him not Tobey.
Yeah, and Tobey apparently wasn't anything comic book accurate.
Well, that's fine. It was for the movie.
The web shooters, his quips were so unnatural. He
man.
Yeah,
barely,
his crying face.
his crying poop face
Who has the most memes?
was Toby.
Exactly.
Because he's a
Can't-
joke.
The most memorable.
I mean, yeah,
He's a
Spider-Man's supposed to be
fucking
kind of campy, but like not that kind of campy.
You know who's campy? Andrew, stalking women on the rooftops.
I really don't have any defense against that. I mean, dude loved Gwen Stacy, and then
Not enough to save her.
he loved her so much that he you saw that
killed her?
slow motion, but
True love hurts, guys.
true love hurts, and that whole scene of like the slow motion of him trying to catch her and just the emotion that Andrew Garfield portrays is you can't match it. Even Tom Holland after Aunt May died, he's all he could do is just kind of stare sadly. But Andrew Garfield has an entire scene where he's crying over her and like holding her in his hands and stuff, and like that's.
It wasn't Tobey crying.
But Toby was like, Uncle Ben, no. And then Andrew Garfield, again, 2-time Oscar nominated actor.
You keep bringing that up?
He deserved it for Tick, Tick, Boom. I'll give him that. I forgot what else he was nominated for, though.
That's not Spider-Man, though.
That's what I was going to
Yeah.
say.
But I'm saying he can bring such a great performance to Spider-Man.
Yeah, if he has the
His
good writing.
physical
If he has the good
acting.
writing, which he didn't in his movies.
He didn't.
That writing was
he didn't have
god-awful.
good writing. He didn't have good direction. He still excelled over the writing and acting, or in the directing.
Did he?
In your opinion. But I'd say, everyone was clamoring for Amazing Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, everyone's clamoring for more Tom too.
No, Tom.
Not
Even
really.
Tom's not even clamoring for that. He wants to take a break.
Yeah, because he's been in like 7 movies in 4 years.
Andrew Garfield was so good as Spider-Man in No Way Home that he literally has carte blanche over Sony right now. They're begging him to be part of their Venomverse, and he's like, "No, you guys messed up the movies when I was Spider-Man. Everyone loved him as Spider-Man. When you couldn't go anywhere on Twitter without hearing we want Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man 3, Amazing Spider-Man 3." Miguel,
Dan, you
have-
got to give me something here.
What, me?
You. This has been 6 minutes of Danny talking. Give
I'm
me
sorry, I got a lot to say.
I know.
Why am I the only one that has
this
to
is
say something?
Because Miguel's been going off and Danny's been going off, and Dan, I need you to try to save yourself here. You're teetering on the edge,
The
bud.
problem with Tom is there's too many people helping him. He doesn't do it himself.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know he's supposed to be on his own, but it's all about the adventure. It's all about getting there to where he can be even better in the next
Yeah, but
trilogy.
he's not there yet.
I know.
You know
Yeah,
who has the
'cause
most
that-
history? Toby.
Okay, crying face. Calm yourself.
Brian. They've all had their own crying faces.
Let's see.
Wait. Quick question. Would his future be as bright without Toby's interference in No Way Home?
Oh, absolutely not.
Boom.
But that's
Toast.
just because Toby set the bar kind of in the middle. But now Tom has
in
that
the
chance
middle.
to go right over.
I'm pretty
him.
sure the Spider-Man's won
Andrew
plenty
also
of the
has the
awards
chance
back
to
then as
go
well.
right
Their
over him.
cinematography
But I don't
was
know.
amazing.
I don't know about Andrew. I don't know if he wants to even do it because they want him to do it. He doesn't want to. I don't.
He
think
wants
it's
the
right.
movies to finally be done right.
Yeah.
Because he knows that he's the best part of those movies and the best part of the Spider-Man franchise as of to date.
Learn from Tobey's
You can
mistakes.
disagree all you want. I know that I'm right. And Tobey being the first doesn't mean you're the best. In fact, there's a lot of growing pains. That's why they always say when you have two children, the second child always comes out a little better because you fuck up so badly in the
hell
first
yeah.
one. Sorry, Seth.
That's not true. Usually the
No,
eldest
I'm
is
the
one.
second.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, cool.
The eldest always does the best.
No.
Usually. In most of my families and everyone I know. the
That's good
eldest
for you,
is
Miguel.
usually the one who works the hardest.
so
I
proud of
think,
you.
I
They're the
think
ones
it's the
that have been
youngest
through
that
the-
usually does the best.
Oh,
Not
no,
not
the
gonna
youngest is
lie.
always a
I-
monster.
Yeah.
Are you the youngest?
No.
Middle
I'm
child
the
always goes
oldest.
through the roughest stuff, and
Right.
they come out the
Hell
better person at
yeah.
the end.
The eldest?
A
No,
man
the
playing in
middle
my
child.
heart.
The eldest always.
Middle child gets ignored.
That's
the-
true.
Hell yeah,
But
we do.
that's only if there's three of
Oh,
them.
Jesus Christ.
I'm so sorry.
Calm
yeah.
down there, God.
Youngest one is gonna just be babied the entire time, and then the eldest is just fucked. It just gets fucked up all the time. And Toby is the elder child.
He's the old alcoholic drunk over there.
I wonder how much Andrew learned from Tobey for his movies too, because I have no doubt in my mind that Andrew basically studied the hell out of Tobey.
Well, you just said that Andrew was supposed to be everything that
Right.
that Toby wasn't.
Well, that doesn't mean
It's like,
you
oh,
take-
don't do this shit.
You still got to get the same old Spider-Man mannerisms though, the banter.
No, I bet you he read the comics because he's like, oh, Spider-Man is kind of jumpy and lanky and he, moving around, and I can relate to that because
interesting.
I'm lanky.
Comics is your main argument here, which makes sense. But for somebody like me who actually
The core of the character is the comics.
I don't care for the comics as much.
Well, I'm sorry, but Spider-Man originated in the comics, and
Didn't they
that's
all,
where
though?
that's
Like
the
every
true
superhero
character.
did.
You can mess around with him, but you'll always have that elephant in the room that he's not who the character originally was.
Where's the fourth person for Miles Morales?
Sure. I wrote.
yeah, you're right. I'll give you
We haven't
guys.
seen him yet.
I'll give you guys one more minute because we're already at 9 minutes. So if we have anything left to wrap it up, get it out now. Otherwise, we're gonna cut you off.
I will
you
go
go.
off of you guys. I have nothing else right now. So if you guys say something that triggers me, I will say something.
Okay.
Okay.
Miguel, do you have anything left? Because I know if I give the minute to Danny, he will take it.
I think Toby's the most wise out of all of them, for sure.
Well, yeah, he's the oldest.
That doesn't
Haha,
necessarily
old
mean,
man.
that doesn't necessarily mean you're the wisest, though. I've met some pretty dumb old people.
Yeah, that's fair.
Dan, you got anything? Are we good?
I got one more.
I know you do.
Okay.
I already said I'm gonna
You're
wait.
good?
I'm gonna wait.
Okay.
So,
Danny boy, go ahead.
I want to just kind of highlight the type of quips that Spider-Man should be telling.
There's a minute for Toby on YouTube. That is perfect.
Yeah, a minute of content for over 3 movies. That's what, 9 hours or 8
That's
hours or
just the best
so.
of the best. There's plenty.
I think his
Sure,
scripts are his crying
sure.
faces,
There's
which is
plenty.
not
Sure.
good. So
Best memes.
Whenever I think of Andrew's Spider-Man, I always think of the scene where he's riding against the window on when Rhino's stealing the truck in the beginning of Amazing Spider-Man 2. He talks down Electro in the first action scene. His quips are more. Hold on. Tom Holland is very middling when it comes to
Hurry it
Spider-Man.
up.
He doesn't outshine either Tobey or Andrew in either Peter Parker or Spider-Man. We've both agreed on that. His quips are more situational, naive, and make him feel out of his depth instead of feeling like he's in control of the situation, so he feels he's able to quip.
I
Up
do.
and-
Sorry, go ahead.
Up until recently, Tom Holland wasn't truly Spider-Man because he had no central purpose, which was always the death of Uncle Ben. Now with the death of Aunt May, he can try to be that, but most of what we've seen him as Spider-Man doesn't hold nearly as much water as Andrew losing Uncle Ben because of him and then Gwen losing because of him.
All
I
right.
agree with the Gwen aspect.
Oh.
I don't agree with the Uncle Ben aspect. I mean,
Uncle Ben's a footnote in
the father figure, again, was different for Tom. It was Tony Stark and Aunt May. He lost both of them. Tom lost fucking everyone in this last movie. Now he's completely become Spider-Man.
But you forget that he became the version of Iron Man Jr. boy because of everyone else. Now he has the potential to be a Spider-Man.
What do you mean by that?
He got so much help.
Yeah, the supporting
Andrew and
cast for
Tobey-
Tom
Yes,
is
and-
massive.
Andrew and Tobey did that on their own.
I get that.
And Andrew lost more tragically, which is the core of
That's
Spider-Man.
debatable, but okay.
I have one more final argument that I need to make.
Okay.
Tobey got to ride in the sunset with MJ. It's even confirmed in No Way Home.
Miguel gets his point, and then we're ending.
Favorite Spider-Man. It's clearly the one that he took a picture with. I don't know if you can.
Hell yeah!
I don't know if you
Get on his
switch
camera.
Yeah, you're right.
This is Tobey Maguire with Danny. Danny's favorite Spider-Man.
Favorite Peter Parker.
Yikes.
Beautiful.
Look, he's not even Spider-Man in that picture.
Are you telling me that Andrew's not Spider-Man because he doesn't have a Spider-Man outfit on? Then why do you mention his Oscar awards? Why do you mention his everything he came out of it?
I mentioned his Oscar performance because he has the physical acting down. He doesn't need to rely on his eyes, because Toby's always taken off his mask just to show his just actor face.
I think you all got some points across. Some more than others. I have one question here.
If you pick him because of the picture, I swear to
Miguel,
God.
do I get to keep that?
Do I win?
That's not
That's not
what
the
I'm
answer. That's not
saying.
the question.
On
Do I
the
get to
condition
keep
that I
it?
win, you do.
Can I put it on my fridge? Even if you lose,
It's
can
not
I
an
put it on my fridge?
Just pull an
I will
NFT and just
refrain
take a
from
picture
answering
of it.
this until the winner is decided.
Okay. Let's go over some points here. Miguel, so I came into this with my own personal bias, expecting to pick Tom Holland, no matter what anybody said to me. I walked in with a bias of Danny being my boyfriend, and I walked in with the bias of Tom Holland being my favorite. I'm gonna be honest, right here, right now, I don't think Dan did it for me.
Yeah, it's not surprising.
I
saw
apologize.
debating this.
Daniel, I apologize. Tom Holland, my personal opinion, still being the best, still being my favorite. That is not why we are here today. We are not here to hear my opinions. We are here to decide who debated the best.
Oh yeah, God.
Miguel, I hate Toby. I can't stand him. You made some very, very good points.
Thank you.
We wouldn't be here today without Toby. And you can't debate against that. Like, there's nothing to argue there. I think
This is the only point.
No, I'm not done.
It's a big point.
Don't interrupt God. I like how you're saying how he's all natural. He's like, he's got the most like physical strength behind him because he doesn't have to rely on anything else. And that is great. But I mean, I think we can all admit that we kind of have to hand it to Danny here. He talks a lot. He came in prepared.
Danny or Andrew?
I mean, yes.
So is Andrew the best Spider-Man though? This is the
think-
question
Why is
here.
Andrew a skateboarder?
Stop
The
talking.
debate's over.
I know. I was just.
This
thought
is
of
not
that.
who debated the best. It's who the best Spider-Man is.
I mean, yes, but I'm also saying that who debated the best would also be who convinces me the most.
Okay, fair.
Because you guys have to come in with good evidence and good arguments, and I think 2.5 of you did. Dan, you're having an off day. That is nothing personal. We've been over this off to the side. My personal opinion aside, I don't think that your arguments on Tom did enough for me. Miguel, you honestly, for trying to convince somebody who hates Toby to like Toby, you were right on the edge there.
I'll take some.
But I do think that Danny brings up the best points of with who people want to see the most of in the future is Andrew. I think that we're here to say who's the best, and I think that he
His most potential.
He has.
She really wants that picture.
No, it's not even. No, it's not that. It's not that. I'm just trying to stay technical here because we're sitting here to say who is the best. And I think that Tom has more potential to be the best than anybody else. But also, I'm going to say that Tom is not the winner today.
So is this debate on whether or not right now? Because right now, who is the most amount of content would be helpful for them? Whereas I feel like Tom doesn't have enough content out there. The good content.
Are we still debating or like?
I'm trying
trying to fill the-
pondering, and you two were talking over my silence for
Oh,
a
I was-
moment.
I was filling the void.
Well, cut around
I just want to
this.
say that's
Cut
a
around
wonderful Photoshop job.
I did. It's not. If you look at it,
Not Photoshop.
Okay,
it's really not.
I have the original in my phone because I
too.
sent it to you.
Yeah, the original with Toby.
I didn't know you.
You were
really-
so
look-
excited to meet
You look
him.
exactly
He
like
was so
Toby.
drunk he doesn't even remember.
I am Toby.
We were getting Chinese food that night.
Oh, that was so good too.
Yeah, it was really good.
If we're talking about comics, and if we're talking about being accurate, and I mean all the points you brought up, I'd have to give it to Danny and Andrew on this one, I suppose. Which I led there eventually in a roundabout way, but he really convinced me the most. And I think that's really what the show is going to be about, is my opinions aside. I need to go who has the best arguments, who is most prepared, and who can convince me the most. Because this isn't about my opinion. This is about you guys. I'm here off camera. God is just chilling, and I decide who gets to win.
Whoa.
Do I still get the picture?
I do need to keep the frame, I think. I do need to keep the frame, though.
That is fine. I'll put that on my fridge without the frame.
All right. I think that's us wrapping this episode up.
All right, episode 1.
Episode
finished.
1 in the books. If you enjoy this content, make sure to give us a follow on all of our social medias. So Instagram and TikTok with the handle @SceneBeforecast. That's SCENE, it beforecast. And on Twitter with the handle @SIB_pod. We post teases. We basically just promote ourselves, the hell out of ourselves on all of these social media platforms. And yeah, that'll keep you up to date on everything we got going on. I'm Dan.
I'm Danny. You can find me on Instagram at Danny_Was, my letterbox at DJ Was, or my YouTube channel, which is just Danny Was. And Miguel, would you like to plug anything?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I got a YouTube gaming channel. It's a Lion Blaze.
Got a web block.
There was that in here.
A Lion Blaze 321 on YouTube.
Hell yeah.
Sorry.
I was going to say you had a web block.
Get a web block.
Well,
It's
all
a
right.
midlife crisis thing.
I'm already there.
Oh, shit.
God.
I probably am.
I think we did it, boys.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Wumbo.